Hello, good evening. Let's start. Let's start English grade 10 unit 6. The prodigal son. Prodigal son. Next reading passage. Once upon a time, there was a very wealthy man who owned flocks of sheep, herds of cattle, orchards, vineyards, and wheat farms. He had two sons. He had two sons, Dan and Ben. Dan, the elder one, was serious, hardworking, and was a great help to his father. Ben, the younger one, was a happy-go-lucky young man and never bothered to help his father. All kept thinking was how to have a good time with his friends. One day, he said to his father, Father, give me a share of my inheritance. I wish to go to a distant land and lead an independent life. Independent life. Are you sure you wish to do that? Do you think you'll make it? Of course, father. He answered, I'm sure I'll succeed. All right then, said the father and gave Ben whether the son was entitled to. Father and son hushed and kissed each other as was the custom, said goodbye, and the young man left. He did not even say goodbye to his brother Dan or the white man on his father's land. In the distant land, Ben led. Ben led a very free and easy life, just squandering the money his father gave him. When his money ran out, he sold one piece of precious jewelry after another he had received from his father. In no time, he became a pauper with not here to stay and nothing to eat. He had only the clothes he was wearing. Then, to keep his body and soul together, he worked as a swineherd of the wealthy man in that distant land. He became so poor that he had to eat what the swine were fed with. I'm not even half as rich as my father's workman, he often thought sadly. I think I should go back to my father, but I'm afraid he would suddenly drive me away. He often said to himself. One day, he fell ill. He had nothing to eat and he was in rags. He decided to go back to his father, and he did. He was still at a distance from his father's house when his father saw him and came rushing towards him. His father hushed him and kissed him and welcomed him, called his servants and said to them, Some of you wash my son up and dress him up in the best of clothing. Some others go kill the fatted calf and prepare a grand meal. We shall celebrate. Just then, his elders son then go back from their orchards and said, What's going on? One of the white men answered, Your younger brother is back and your father is going to celebrate. Dan went to his father and said, Father, why are you doing all this for the naughty prodigal son? He deserved to be driven out. No, Dan, said the father. Yes, my brother was naughty, but he has repented of his folly and has come back. Has come back. Lost a brother and I lost a son, but now we have found him. We should rejoice and celebrate. Unit 7. Typical Myanmar snacks. Passage. People normally have 3 meals a day, and between meals, they eat something which is called a snack. Most Myanmar local snacks are made from rice and glutinous rice. Some of these, some of these are traditional, aromatic, and lightly prepared foods, using a delicate balance of cooked, stir frying, steaming, or boiling, supplemented with spices and seasonings. One important One important point to note is that the style of preparing snacks may vary from region to region and from culture to culture. For instance, for instance, what we know as moti is available in two varieties such as Mandalay moti and Rakhine moti. Rice noodle in gravy, mohinga. Mohinga rice noodles in gravy is the most popular Myanmar snack. It can be taken as a snack as well as a full meal. To make the mohinga gravy, a variety of ingredients are required, but the main ingredients are fish, sliced bit of the banana stem, roasted rice flour, roasted pea flour, lemongrass, ginger onions, garlic, eggs, and good quality fish sauce. Roasted rice flour and roast pea flour thicken the mohinga gravy, whereas lemongrass and ginger give a zesty flavor to it. Many like to have the mohinga with a variety of the fritters, such as fritters, budijo, pea fritters, pejo, and deep fried roasted chopsticks, ijagwe. Some people like to eat moringa with coriander leaves, a dash of the lime juice, and roasted chili powder. So, shops selling moringa can be found in any city, town, and village in our country. In most alms-giving ceremonies, mohinga is almost always a massed assembly because it's a preference both of both halls and guests. Steamed glutinous rice, cao nian bang. To make cao nian bang, glutinous rice is steamed. There are two kinds of glutinous rice, white and black. The black is delicious and crispy. It can be taken with boiled beans soaked in seasoned oil or with a sprinkling of the shredded coconut and a pinch of the roasted brown sesame powder with salt. It goes equally well with fried chicken or fried fish. City folks usually have it as breakfast with a hot coffee, whereas people in rural areas prefer to have it with plain green tea. This causes glutinous snack tamale. Tamale is a mixture of the glutinous rice, roasted sesame seeds, roasted peanuts, coconut slices, and a generous amount of cooking points. Flavor with vinegar, tamale goes well with the cool weather of the harvest season. It's sad that the word tamale comes from namane, namane, na in Myanmar is seeds and mane means a large amount. The snack is called namane because a large amount of sesame seeds is required to make it. Though it's available in markets all the year round, it's regularly made in the Boudoir, the 11th month of the Myanmar's calendar, which falls in February. At such a time, tamarind making competitions are held in many parts of our country to celebrate the harvest festival. The competition is like a big gathering because many hands are needed to get perfect tamarind. Perfect tamarind requires both a well-balanced proportion of the ingredients and cooperative strength of the team members. Dairy and John Myanmar mini pancakes. Monglin Maya. A popular Myanmar street food with a rather unusual name is Monglin Maya. Literally, the word literally the word means husband and wife pancakes. Like most Myanmar snacks, rice is used as the main ingredient to make this. It's made from rice batter in the form of two small hemispheres, each facing the other forming a loving cover. It's eaten with roasted sesame powder with salt and boiled green peas. Some people put coconut milk in mixing batter and some prepare their mini pancakes with a queer egg in each hemisphere. Bulimia is a popular snack sold at the food stalls of Pagoda festivals. However, it's available anytime, anywhere, and liked by all Myanmar people, young and old, because it's delicious, nutritious, and not costly to make. God fritters, God fritters, Budicho. To prepare God fritters, tender God chips dipped in the rice batter are fried until they become golden brown. It's a tradition of Myanmar to eat budijo together with lettuce and a sauce made from the tamarind pulp in which crushed chilies and garlic are mixed. A plate of udijor with lettuce on the side, with a bowl of tamarind sauce to be taken with a cup of plain green tea is hard to resist. Udijor is available anytime and almost everywhere in Myanmar. There's always an abundance of shops selling budijor and the food stalls of any pagoda festivals throughout the country. There are indeed many other snacks, namely sa nuôi makin, sa nuôi makin, mông pie, the le, mông lo, yibo, yimo, mo si jo, mo jue de, etc. Each of these snacks has its own unique taste. The reason why Myanmar snacks are widely known is simply because they are delicious and not too costly. Next unit. Unit 8. Food chain. All living things need food. Plants are living things, so they need food. The question is, where do plants get their food from? Well, plants make their own food by using carbon dioxide from the air and water from the soil in the presence of the sunlight as they possess green pigments. Animals, on the other hand, cannot make their own food, so they must eat plants or other living things. For example, grass grows in a field, and we all know that rabbits eat grass and hogs eat rabbits. Now, we may rewrite that sentence in the passive voice, and we will get grass is eaten by rabbits, and rabbits are eaten by hogs. That's an example of a simple food change. Now, instead of writing a full sentence, let us use an arrow to show what's eaten by what. Then we get a simple diagram of a simple food chain like this. Grass to rabbit, rabbit to hog. Now instead of writing, grass is eaten by cows and cows are eaten by tigers. We may use a simple diagram like this. Grass to calm to tiger. To understand better, let's take a little larger food change where grass is eaten by grasshoppers and grasshoppers by frogs and frogs by snakes and snakes by hogs. A similar diagram for that will be grass, grass grasshopper, frog, snake, hog. But when hogs die one day, their bodies fall to earth and they are eaten by ants and bacteria. The body is then decomposed and become nutrients for plants. Study the diagram to understand the food chain. Birds such as vultures and crows, and animals such as hyenas and hyenas, hyenas and jackals are called scavengers. Scavengers. And these birds and animals eat remains of what other animals have killed and eaten. In fact, vultures eat even the rotting flesh of the dead animals. Thus, what these scavengers scaven- scavengers do as a kind of cleaning up job. However, there are still bones and tiny pieces of flesh left behind when the scavengers have eaten and go away. After the scavengers come ants and other insects to eat up whatever he left behind. Then come the decomposers. These are bacteria and fungi, and they change our rotting flesh and bones into nutrients. We can, we can therefore say that decomposers do the final cleaning up work. For this reason, they are sometimes called garbage collectors. And when plants eat these nutrients, they start the food chain all over again. Study the diagram to get a clear picture of a food chain. Moreover, some food chains are connected with many other food chains. This connection of food chains is called a food web. For example, squirrels eat nuts. Then these squirrels become food for hogs, owls, or foxes. And when hogs, owls, and foxes die, their dead bodies become food for scavengers. What the scavengers leave behind becomes food for decomposers. These decomposers change everything to nutrients. Then nutrients become food for plants, and the food chain starts again. The food. The food web above is just a symbol that shows only a few of the food chains that may exist in one small area. A complete food web might include 50 or more living beings. Unit 9. Climate change. Passage. Climate change is a simply change in climate. What we should understand here is that climate, as used in the title of this lesson, refer not to the climate of any particular country or part of the world. It refers to the entire climate of this earth of ours. It means the climate of the whole world is changing. To be specific, the average temperature of the earth is rising slowly and steadily. And our earth is getting warmer and warmer from year to year. This phenomenon or happening is called global warming. Climatologists, scientists who carry out scientific studies of the general weather conditions say that the greenhouse gases, carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide, ozone, fluorinated compounds, and water vapor in our Earth's atmosphere act as a blanket and have kept our Earth constantly warm enough for over 4 billion years for living beings to be able to live. Without these gases as a blanket, the temperature of the Earth would be 33 degrees Celsius cooler than we can stand, and most living things would not be able to survive. Today, climatologists agree that carbon dioxide levels at the atmosphere have gradually risen. So have the levels of other greenhouse gases. As a result, the temperature of the Earth's atmosphere, its oceans and land masses is increasing day by day. Now, what's making this global temperature rise? Who is responsible for it? Frankly speaking, we are responsible for it. Since the advent of the Industrial Revolution in the 1700s, we have we have been burning fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas to produce energy to run our cars, trains, ships, planes, and many other energy-consuming inventions. The more fuels we burn, the higher carbon dioxide level in the atmosphere, and the warmer the other gets. In addition, we cut down what kind of many trees, forgetting or not caring that trees use carbon dioxide in the air to manufacture food, and thereby keep the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere at a safe level for all. With fewer and fewer trees, not only does the level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere rise, but there is increasing soil erosion, which in turn leads to loss of vegetation. Then, with the rise in the temperature of the atmosphere, there is a relative rise in the temperature of oceans. This in turn causes, sorry, causes more glaciers and sea ice to melt, which in turn causes sea levels to rise, flooding many coastal regions, leading to loss of property and life. Then there are the El Nino and La Nina warm and cold currents, respectively, of the South Pacific Ocean that bring about severe changes in the climate pattern, resulting in changes in temperature, snow, and track and intensity of the storms. All of those are undesirable results of the increase in the temperature of the earth. What are we doing to prevent the temperature from rising higher or to stop it completely? What should we do? Many governments of the world are taking all possible measures to reduce emission of carbon dioxide and to devise feasible ways to utilize solar power, wind power, and thermal power instead of banning fossil fuels. As responsible citizens, we ourselves should stop using fossil fuels, plant more trees, and do, do our utmost to keep our planet Earth green and clean. Thank you. Next time, I will share Unit 10 to 12. Thank you so much.